That was a bit of a random start, wasn't it? This is Debs Cooper here talking about keeping the magic. Just make sure my phones are turned off from last week. Welcome. Thanks very much, Debs Cooper, Global Stressologist. So, yes, today, keeping the magic. And of course, this followed on from my one last week about finding the magic. So thank you for joining me. I would love to know if you're here live on the call or if you're a replay, where you are in the world, and give me a like, a love, a thumbs up, thumbs down, emoji, whatever. So, keeping the magic. Last week I talked about finding your magic, and it really uh, landed quite a lot for me, and people messaging me about finding your magic, and of course I had to do keeping your magic because this is a big thing that I find people are struggling on. And so of course it's around what brings you your spark and your joy and your glitter, whatever you want to call it, but it's about what brings you that. Check out my Finding Your Magic page. But keeping your magic. So keeping when I started writing my notes and started thinking about this, it was really along the one word relationships. And there's multiple levels of relationships, and it's about keeping the magic in every single one of them. And so when I talk about relationships, there's your intimate relationships, and we know those ones. We also talk about ex-intimate relationships. We also talk about keeping your magic in your social network. We also talk about keeping your magic in your family. And when I talk about your family, I talk about blood or other. So when I say blood or other, I'm meaning blood as in your birth family, and then other is the ones who looked after you, nourished you, were your surrogate parents, your best friend who's a sister, you can label as a sister, any of those things. Also talk about relationships with your children, and this is about keeping the magic going with your children, whether they're your children or not, or any children around you that play a role in your world. I also talk about relationships, and it is just solely lumps under that one word, relationships. I talk about business, and when I talk about business, I'm talking about clearly the relationships you have in a business situation, uh, and relationship with strangers, people who come into your world, go out of your world, the shop assistants, the people who greet you on the street when you're out dog walking, keeping the magic alive when you say hello to them, any of those things. But there's one relationship that really stands out. And I don't know if you actually have figured this one out. Oh my gosh, John! Yay! Oh, a little bit excited. John hasn't been on here for a while, so welcome, Keeping the Magic, John. So one of the relationships, little divert there, about keeping the magic is one of the most important ones are you. And I'm going to really dig into you today about keeping the magic because it is all about you and what's best for you in keeping the magic. So I want to, just before I give you some tips on keeping the magic, I just would like to share a few things. And this has just come about to me. Clearly I know this is happening, but it just came about yesterday or last night, and I started thinking about this more. So when you keep the magic, there's a thing called bullying. And I just want to touch a little bit about bullying because I'll clearly do a Facebook Live on this. But bullying really says more about them than you. And bullying can destroy you, and it's just a label, bullying. They can destroy your soul if it sticks to you. So it's like dust on Velcro. So we don't want you leaving your organization or leaving your friendship circle or anything because of bullying. So just don't leave because of the a-holes, but don't let it affect your health, your sleep, and your mindset. Please don't let that happen, because when it starts coaching into all those things and you're not getting sleep and you're not nourishing yourself, whatever that nourishment looks like, whether you're nourishing your soul, it's really time to reach out. So please reach out to me, because bullying's one I'm going to talk on, and it is a label. I'm just going to use that word, bullying. because it can destroy you if you let it get to you. So don't let those people get to you. It's easier to say than do. I'm fully aware of that, but I will give you some tips on that on another one, because that's a real massive one. If you'd like me to talk about that sooner, send me a private message and I'll get it done. I'll bump it up the numbers. So interesting that the bullying came up, because people play a large role in our world. When we talk about the relationships, we talk about the social network around us, family, not family, intimate, ex-intimate. They do play a large role in our world. So the key is to be able to be guilt-free and walking away from that drama or that chaos or that whatever it is, walking away guilt-free, or moving the time frames of when their expectation is to be done, or your expectation, or anything along those lines. So the key there is being able to walk away guilt-free or move the time frames, because that stuff will stick to you and will chip away at you. And we know those ones where things have happened and somebody said something or someone's done something, and you may feel like you're having the most amazing day, the amazing time in the world, and then bang, you get hit with them throwing their shite at you, and you attach it to you, and next thing you know, you're down, you're lethargic, you can't keep moving. So it's really important not to let that that shit stick to you. If I'm allowed to swear, I've done it. So if you would like some tips on that, reach out, because, or if you've got anything going on like that, please reach out, because that is what I'm here for. But let me give you some tips. And when I actually started writing these tips down and thinking about them, I actually came up with 10. But there's some repeats, so it's not really 10, but I'm going to give them to you. So number one is, do you look the part to take on the task? So this is all around keeping your magic. If you don't shower, how are you going to be inspired about what you do? Unless you're promoting a deodorant and you don't need to shower with it. I don't know if you would ever not wear deodorant. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Shower. So do you look the part on the task? Shower, wash yourself all over, and I don't know how many times I've had to say this to certain people, get in the cracks. We've all got cracks, get in the cracks. This is so simple. I can't believe I'm telling you to shower and get in the cracks. Get in the cracks. Ensure you smell nice. This is one of my little favorite things, is smelling yummy. I would like people around me smelling yummy, whether it's deodorant, perfume, aftershave, essential oils, whatever you do, whether it's just soap. Shower and ensure that you smell nice, and put on something nice and bright, or wash your hair, do it whatever you want, put on lipstick. I'm a bit of a lipstick fiend. Whatever it is, do you look the part to take on that task? Because if you are not, if you're down and you're still wearing your pajamas and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you've got to do a job for someone, you're not going to be as inspired about it as you would be if you are dressed properly. Now, I'm not saying you need to put on a gown and a crown and heels or tutu, males or females, but if you want to, go for it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying ensure that you're ready to take on the task with outside energy. So number 2 is take time out. And when I say take time out, I talk about change your scenery. And when I say your scenery, if you're inside, go outside and appreciate the view. Or if you're outside, go inside and appreciate something. Just change your energy, your scenery around you. If you are outside, if you're stuck in the car, get out of the car and just stretch outside the car. Or if you're going somewhere, get in the car, just to change the scenery. Take time out is really, really important. Just change things around you is important. One of the things I do is I drink a lot from my water bottle. And I know when I take time out, it's really nice to go to the kitchen and drink from a glass. So take a glass over a water bottle. I don't know what you want to do. Take a water bottle over a glass, anything. Just do something different. Stretch all the way out, really stretch. These are not things that are going to have to take a long time and a lot of energy. Just take time out, whatever it is. Change your shoes. And I say change your shoes because we've got summer here. So if you put on something, change some shoes that you wouldn't necessarily wear, but ensure that your feet are not hot, sticky, swollen, wearing Wellingtons or whatever you want to call it. None of that stuff. So change your shoes. And I had to giggle this morning because I put on a really amazing song. And because of that, it just lifted my whole energy up. Not only for me, for everyone in the house. So get that music going, whatever the music is you really love, if you want to take time out, and dance and sing. And they say dance and sing like no one's watching. Forget that. Dance and sing like everyone's watching, and everyone wants to dance and sing with you. So get it up there and do it. Number 3. So number 2 is take time out. Number 3 is go back to the task. Once you've had that break, if it takes 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, go back to the task, because I guarantee your energy will be very, very different from that. And this is just about keeping the magic. So go back to the task. Number 4, eat, drink, and be merry. And this is a biblical saying, and it basically means life is short, get on with it, and enjoy it while you can. So eat, drink, be merry. If you want to eat junk, but know that it may repeat on you later. If you want to take water, if you want to take fizzy, whatever you want to drink, if you want to drink milk, not milk, whatever. Take what allows you to keep your magic going, not the stuff that's heavy and going to weigh you down. Number 5, you can remember these ones. Number 5, go back to the task. Once you've done that, go back to the task. Don't avoid that task. Number 6, listen to those around you. And when I say listen to those around you, listen to those who have succeeded before and failed before, who have ridden that roller coaster of life, because they're the ones who can help you keep your magic, because they are out there doing and constantly doing it. So listen to those around you. Did that give you a hint? I don't know what number I'm up to. 6 was the last one. So number 7. Once you listen to those around you, go back to the task. See, now I did say there was 10, and there's a few repeats. Go back to the task. Go back to the task. Go back to the task. Don't leave it there to build up. Go back to the task. Number 8. Clearly on with it with my hands. Number 8 is delegate or take action. And when I talk about delegate or take action, you either, if you don't want to do that job, delegate it to someone else. It's not as hard as what you think. It's pretty simple. Ask them if they love to do it. Would they love to do it? What's the fair exchange? And delegate it. Because there's nothing more uninspiring than doing a task that's crap. We know that. Or take action on it. Take action. Delegate it or take action. But don't let it sit there. 9. Number 9 is reward yourself. Now, I know I said take time out, and I know I said shower, but reward yourself. At any time during this process, at any time, they don't have to be in this order, at any time, reward yourself. Now, that reward might be painting your fingernails. These are clearly my things. A reward might be a drink from your drink bottle. A reward might be spraying of perfume. A reward might be going for a walk with the dog. A reward might be a food. A reward might be talking to a friend. A reward might be burp, 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 burp. Are you getting the picture? Whatever it is that reward is, a massage of your shoulders, some sort of pampering, anything that you find is a reward, do that, because that will help you keep your magic. And number 10, next. What's the next thing on your list? What's the next thing to keep your magic? They're pretty much, that's pretty much the simple stuff of keeping your magic. So I'm now just whipping my next sort of notes as I look at you to talk about those. Now, when I talk about keeping your magic, there is some mindset work that needs to be done. So clearly this is where I'm going to talk about myself. we have Deliciously Motivated Mindset podcast. Find a podcast that you resonate with. Deliciously Motivated Mindset. I'll bang up the page here. Check it out. There's some great tasks that I do with an amazing Canadian woman. Actually, she's not Canadian, she's Scottish, but she's in Canada. So Moira. I'm not even going to do her accent because if she's listening, she'll probably laugh at me. But you'll know that accent when you hear her accent because she does remind you of somebody. And you know, when you hear it, you'll hear it. So, podcasts, Facebook Lives. There's some great Facebook Lives out there. You can watch them at the time. You can put them in your diary. You can watch them next time. You can watch all of mine. You can get onto my YouTube. You can check it all out. They're all there. Social media posts. There's some great pages you can follow that have uplifting things. Clearly, there's mine. There's Instagram. There's some great social media stuff. Just be careful not to get swallowed in on that stuff. There's some great articles out there. There's some great movies to watch that can help you keep your magic. There's some great books. I'm reading a great one at the moment called The Present by Spencer somebody. I'm loving it. I've read it many years ago. But the key here is about keeping your magic is don't compare yourself to others and don't play small. Don't compare yourself to others and don't play small. What's the worst that can happen? So, I'm just a message away. I'm conscious of the time here. I want to thank you for coming, keeping your magic. I trust you got some stuff. If you didn't, let me know and we'll see what happens. But I am just a message away. Thank you very much for coming. How do I do this? Thanks for being here. I will see you next week. Keeping the magic alive on a Friday. Oh God, did I just sing? See ya.